everyone. Thank you for joining us here on Eye to Eye Kansas City. This is a very special edition of our broadcast. We're going to get to the latest news and commentary here in just a little bit. But, of course, if you haven't known that the president is coming, or is here in Kansas City, rather, and will have a big speech in terms of the economy, and he will address some issues of economic growth in terms of the Great Recession and things of that nature. So we won't be able to go in and tape the speech due to our show schedule and other things related to our show. But what we know of is that the president came in yesterday. He went to Arthur Bryant's barbecue, where he talked to 4 people, and those 4 people these was people that were selected from the president's reading 10 letters at night, and those 10, part of the 4 of those 10 was at Arthur Bryant's barbecue, and they were from the Kansas City metro area. So I bet you they were nervous about that. I would have been too. But we will get on with the latest of news and commentary very soon in terms of the supporting light rail, and of course of the donors. And of course we are going to talk about the Missouri sales tax holiday and a lot more issues to come here on this program. So stay with us on a very special edition of Eye to Eye Kansas City, where we're always on your side with the latest news and commentary. Thank you for joining us, and we'll join you with the latest news and commentary. One will have some more on the visit of the president in terms of the people that are protesting President Barack Obama's appearance here in Kansas City. So we'll get to that. We'll get to some of the language in which the speech entailed from President Barack Obama today. We're going to talk about that. And I'm just going to say this now, there wasn't any negativity going on in terms of crime. People wanted to say what they wanted to say, and they have the right to do so. So there wasn't any disrespectful shouting. Even the Westboro Baptist Church was there. Yes. The Westboro Baptist Church. I know people don't want to hear it. Please do not send me no emails. People, do not. I'm urging you, do not send me no emails. I can't help that. We have to show that as well. Even though they had the little quirky songs and things of that nature, they were there. Had the little quirky songs. There wasn't any outlash, but I do believe, during the protests, of course, that was demonstrated outside of the Uptown Theater, there was, just a few shouting matches, but it wasn't anything out of line. And of course, in the speech, you have heard a few people shouting out, or even agreeing with the president, or even just understanding the president. So, but we'll get to the president and what his speech entailed and the atmosphere and everything of that nature just a little bit later on in our show today. But we got a lot of news and commentary to get ahead into this program. So, but before we get to that, I want to deliver this message to you. And that is, we have to vote. August 5th, next week, we got to go vote. We got to do our job as people, as citizens of Kansas City, as citizens of both Kansas and Missouri. Both Kansas and Missouri have elections going on. And both sides of the state line, people need to turn out to vote this time around. Everybody, every single living, breathing human being that pays taxes, that goes to work, that doesn't even go to work, that doesn't have a job, should be going to go vote as well. You don't have nothing else on your time. If you are a registered voter, take your behind to the polls. No, there is no more excuses of why you cannot make it to the polls. No more excuses whatsoever. We put together a valuable resource, I think, online, which is KCMOresources.weebly.com, and that is going to help you become a registered voter. That's going to help you get into some resources with domestic violence. That's going to help you. We're trying to do some job things, but I don't know if that's going to really work so far. But we're looking at a whole bunch of other options for the KCMO resources. Well, that website is a resource for you. It isn't just for me. It's for a whole bunch of people. And people, you guys have to take advantage of that. It doesn't cost you anything. The website is free. When I'm not charging you anything, I2I Kansas City's parent company isn't charging you anything. KC Online Television is not charging you to use that service. It is a total free experience. It isn't a costly thing. It is free. Now, I know with the connotation of free, you got to give something up to get something free. And that's either monetary exchange, that is either share your information, but KCMOresources.weebly.com doesn't ask you to do a doggone thing. Now, if you are trying to register to vote now for this election, your time is up. You just have to wait for the next upcoming election. If you are a current voter and has been at the elections, I hope we don't have a problem. I understand things happen and you may not be able to make it to every single thing, but the goal is to do so. It doesn't take that long to vote. Get in and out. If you know what your position is on different issues, then you know exactly what is going on. And we've took our greatest time to really go over the issues that are going to be on the Missouri August 8th ballot. Overall in Missouri and here in Kansas City, and the candidates that are running for public offices. So there is no excuses. They are here on the KC Online Television YouTube channel, so you cannot skip that. I'm sorry that I'm hitting this home a little bit hard, but we got to do it. We just simply have got to get out and vote. There's no more excuses, and I'm tired of these low voter turnouts. Every time I see the returns and we're getting ready to do the after the election program, we are seeing low voter turnout every single time, except for a presidential election. Think of it as a presidential election. There are many key issues that is going to take place, and we're going to talk about one of them in terms of light rail, Christian aid here in Kansas City. So that's all. And speaking on our after the election program, that will be here on I2I Kansas City on the KC Online television channel. So just keep it right here. We'll have the latest election returns and the analysis from yours truly on the after election program here on I2I Kansas City. That is to come soon. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes open on the KC Online TV channel. But what we're going to talk about now, and I'm running up the minutes here, we're just going to go ahead and take a commercial break.
Having a choice makes a difference. Being an accredited public charter school in Kansas City has made the Lee A. Tolbert Community Academy the best choice for thousands of families for over 15 years.
I made the choice to teach at Lee A. Tolbert Community Academy because the small classes gives us an opportunity to know all our students' strengths and weaknesses.
I made the choice to teach at Lee A. Tolbert Academy because teachers get a lot of support teaching relevant subjects.
I love Lee A. Tolbert Academy because we go on fun field trips and learn fun stuff.
I love Lee A. Tolbert Academy because the fun activities motivate me to love learning.
I made the choice to teach at Lee A. Tolbert Community Academy. My child.
My school. Our choice.
Call now to enroll your kindergartner through 8th grade student at 816-561-0114 or visit our website at leatolbert.org.
Like sardines in there. Don't they know drive time can help? Go get them.
Hi, this is where you get off.
Let's get you some wheels.
Oh, I can't afford this.
With Drive Time's new low price lease, you can't afford
not to get a car. What? I can't believe you said that. It's like
do you mean? It's like you live in here.
Really good.
Save yourself. Everybody drives with a cancel anytime lease. Only at drive time. Call, click, or visit.
When was the last time your wireless company made you feel like this? Or this? The new Cricket Wireless believes you should be doing a lot more of this. So we don't have any of those silly annual contracts. But we do have a whole lot of coverage. All for just $35 a month after a $5 credit for using AutoPay. So everyone can feel like this. The new Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Protesters here also waiting for President Barack Obama, but of course I'm sure they won't be going in. They're showing their opinions and their frustration on how the Obama administration has handled several different issues, several different topics and laws and so forth. So why are you out here protesting today?
Well, we are Christians standing with Israel. We want Obama to support Israel.
Are you feeling that it's not so? Are you feeling that you don't want him to? You don't want the government to be the world's police?
I don't care about the whole world. I just want Israel protected. Yes.
That's very understandable. Are there any issues that you have in terms of the president? Let me rephrase this question. Are you having any difficulties supporting the president on any other issues?
Well, we want to stand for life. What else you guys want to do?
I also believe that there's many issues that he has not even supported us on. For one thing, there are many different bills waiting to be taken care of and he has got Harry Reid keeping those from going even further. So we have got so many other issues that they can't go anywhere in Congress, and they're saying that there's just only a few people that are holding it up, but there really aren't. We know who the people are that are holding this up.
Okay, and what are those issues that you feel that are being held back from President Obama?
For one thing, health care. We don't like the Obamacare. We believe that has got to change, and we think that that needs to be addressed. And it has to be more of what the people want more than what he wants.
All right.
We want the Constitution defended. Yes. We want him to follow the laws that are in place, abide by the laws that are already in place, defend the Constitution.
Yes.
And he should be stressing that people come into the country legally and also become citizens legally. We already have those laws on the book. There's a way to do that, and that's what he should be teaching and educating people. Come in legally through the process, become citizens legally through the process that's already been established.
All right. Well, as always here on Eye to Eye, we like to show both sides of the opinion. So right here in Kansas City, we just have, it's no different from anything, anywhere else, any place else, of opinions. Of course, we can just see a whole lot of protests on medicine, on rural police, on certain several current foreign affairs across the world. So that is what's going on out here in terms. There's no criminal activity. Of course, I'm standing here not too far away from the police. The wait to get into the Uptown Theater is a long stretch. We're here in terms of about a few blocks or so, a couple of blocks to just get in, and it's a long wait. So, but let's get into the latest in news and commentary, shall we? Because we done spent a lot of our time on back there. We're going to take you to my report in terms of the construction that is taking place downtown with the streetcar. Have you had to travel downtown lately? Well, if you haven't, that's all right. Because, well, you may have to deal with construction. And that construction consists of the streetcar. Yeah, the streetcar rail, that is. And with the streetcar construction, you will have to deal with a lot of detours, a lot of road closures, and a lot of long commutes ahead of you. And if you're trying to get to your favorite downtown business, well, that may be even a challenge due to parking limitations, and, well, there are some businesses that are thinking of removing. And it's a long headache, I know, but I guess we all must travel through it. On your side, always on, I'm Galvin Berkeley, Eye to Eye, Kansas City. Now, what you took a look at is the phase 1 of the light rail Kansas City streetcar, and that is very much crowded with construction right now. Downtown is very much crowded with construction, but that is one of the major projects that is taking place, and that is doing the most, that is bringing the most detours. And speaking of detours, those who ride the metro, the KTA's, the metro system, bus system, there you can expect a lot of detours and time delays coming from downtown and coming to downtown due to the streetcar commuter rail construction project that is taking place. So a lot of relocating utilities and placing the electrical system in for the light rail system. I haven't seen the rails, but I'm sure that's further past, way past 10th and Main, where they have started to put the rails in. So, but the expected construction is the completion of the light rail, rather, is expected to end next summer. That's what we've been hearing, but that could always change. So we'll keep it right here on Eye to Eye, and we'll keep you advised on that. And speaking of light rail and streetcars, here are some of the major donors according to Transit KC. UMB Bank, which is the bank system here in Kansas City. UMB Bank, United Missouri Bank, Burns and McDonnell, which is a law firm here in Kansas City, and Kansas City University of Medicine and Biosciences are also the donors to that is funding some of this project for the light rail and streetcar. Just to let you know what's going on, and just to let you know that we're still looking on it. What we're going to do, what I'm going to do now is talk about the Missouri sales tax holiday. And the Missouri sales tax holiday, I might get some of these figures wrong. I'm going to try my best to stick to what I've found out. And what we found out is that school supplies that is around $50 are tax-free. Clothing and shoes and apparel, somewhere in there, is around $100. And $350 for up to $350, I believe, for personal computers and computer accessories. So those who are, you don't have to be in school to take advantage of this, because I have done that in the past to get some. I sometimes get these. Yes, I do. I get these for cheap sometimes during the Missouri sales tax holiday. If you don't have to pay taxes now, I would take up on that offer if I were you. So for a complete description of the Missouri sales tax holiday, all you got to do is log on to i2ikc.com. And speaking of i2ikc.com, we have a brand new look that is already unveiled on the website. So we've even included a new section for news. So you'll be getting the latest news from our partners, from our partners and media partners all across the Kansas City, Missouri area, and from the world and international communities. We haven't quite done so much the world connection yet, because we're still doing some needed construction on the website. So just keep yourselves refreshing. Keep refreshing yourselves with the website because we have done some changes and things of that nature. So just log on to ikc.com and just explore around. We have changed a few things, not too much. All right. So take advantage of that. Speaking of the presidential visit, President Obama, as much as we did talk about earlier, he did talk about the economy, and the economy pretty much dominated the speech for 30 minutes. He talked about how hard-working people were doing, how hard-working people were working hard for their families, were working hard to build the economy back up. He was talking about some of his policies and things that were taking place. He's talked about how Congress hasn't been working too much hard to put together legislation that would help the people of the United States and help the people also here in Kansas City, Missouri, here in Missouri and all across the nation. So he's talked about several different policies that has helped influence change and has helped influence the way that we do things in this country. So, but what I want to interject here for just a moment is that I'm very happy that we just didn't have no craziness going on. I know that the Westboro Baptist Church always have their little something crazies. And that's all I'm going to say. Some of the things that they say aren't right and aren't speaking of the heart, but that isn't for me to judge. That's for someone else to judge. And hey, I'm just only doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm just going to stay in my little realm, which is giving you the latest news and commentary here in Kansas City. That's what I do. That's what I'm going to continue to do until my time runs out. So, which is going to be 2016. That's right. 2016. I am leaving the online broadcast team here because I want to do something else. We'll talk about that and elaborate on that a little bit later. Now isn't the time. But here is my final word today here on I2I Kansas City. And that is on voting, on politics. We as people have to be involved in our political system. We have to be involved because the political system as we know it is failing. And it's failing because there are some politicians that want to work and that want to get things done. And there are those that are about games and schemes and filling their pockets and stealing away from the American people. And the American people deserve a lot much more better than just rhetoric. They deserve much more than just stupidity. And every chance you see some politicians, the majority of politicians, sit up here and they tell you lies in front of your face, and you can catch things. And you can catch lies quicker than you can catch the truth. And possibly, maybe in different mannerisms and things can help you catch someone's lies and someone's storytelling to a whole nother level. So that's just this is what I know, and because the guy used to tell a whole bunch of lies back in his little lying ass days. So, excuse my French, but that's just what when you know how someone's lying, you know how they're lying because you used to lie or you used to have to fib to get by or something like that. So it's just one of those things to where you really just have to keep your radar up and at them. And what I want to also address while we have a little bit of time left is that question A is going to be on the ballot, which speaks about the light rail. And if you do not know what's on the ballot, your best bet is to, once this show is over, to jump over to the before the election programs, shows 1 and 2. They are separated. Now, we were supposed to actually have a responsibility video for show 1 of the Before the Election program, but that just didn't happen. So just look for it on the KC Online TV channel, and there's the address on the screen there. You just have to really look at these issues and look at them carefully. And on question A, I'm going to say we didn't get to cover a full in-depth of question A in terms of real estate, but I've really thoroughly tried to make sure that you guys knew the language on the ballot, because sometimes, most of the time, that really doesn't change so much. It just, what we pull this information off of is the sample ballot, and that sample ballot is what we use as a guide to show you and demonstrate to you as the viewer what is going on. And we are about to run out of time here, and I want to say that I do thank you for watching, and I'm always grateful for you to join us here on Eye to Eye Kansas City. And don't forget to click on EyeToEyeKC.com. We're always on there. Have a good day, everyone. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.